Hi guys, today I want to show you how I save time and money by cooking pork one time in the Instant Pot and getting 3 meals out of it. So stick around and watch and let's see how it happens. Hi guys, welcome to Nana's Corner. My channel is all about learning to DIY, craft, and cook without spending a lot of money. If that's what you're looking for, be sure to subscribe and then click on the bell when it appears so you won't miss when I upload something new. And if you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know you'd like to see more. So I've got my pork chunks rinsed off and patted dry with a towel, just a paper towel. And this is about 3.5 pounds of pork. It's basically a pork roast, a pork butt, pork loin, kind of just chunked up into pieces. That's how my grocery does it. And the way you save money is if you buy it in bigger packages. So this was a value pack. There's about, like I said, about 3.5 pounds here. And I have my Instant Pot heating up on saute with a little bit of oil in it. And we're going to, as soon as that gets hot, we're going to brown the meat. We're going to sear it. It's not a mandatory step. It is optional. Some people don't do it, but I feel like browning it gives it a lot more flavor to the dishes that you're going to make. So as soon as that heats up, I'll be back and we'll start browning. Okay, so the pot says hot on it, so right now we're going to start. We'll put, can you hear that sizzle? Put some meat in there, and you don't want to crowd your pot. You're going to have to put in small amounts. And so you can brown them up. Now, I haven't salted this meat. You can go ahead and salt it, pepper it, and season it if you want. But I find that by adding a package of onion soup mix after they're cooked, this flavors it up just fine. There's enough salt in here, flavoring, garlic, all kinds of good, delicious stuff that you're not going to need to season it. Now, if you don't care for the onion soup mix, go ahead and season it with your favorite seasonings. So we're just going to let this sear up. We're going to do all of the meat. One tip is if you can't move it easily, it's not ready to be turned. It's still searing. Once you get a good sear on it, it'll release from the pan and you'll be able to turn it over and brown the other side. So as soon as that's ready, I'll come back. Okay, so all the meat is brown. I drained off the oil, cleaned off the rim of my pot of the splattered oil, and all those little bits in there, I kept it on saute, and we're going to add some water in. And you want to clean those bits off, or else it could stop your Instant Pot from getting up to the proper temperature and steaming properly and sealing. So just put some water in there, or chicken broth, or whatever type of liquid that you want to use, and just with the saute mode on, because you'll just scrape it and they'll come right off. For some reason, if there's bits that are on there, your Instant Pot reads that it's not working properly. So, but plus all those little brown bits that you sauteed your meat in will give you extra flavor. So it just takes a little bit. They come off pretty easy. Once the water heats up, they just come right off. It loosens them up. So once you have that done, then you want to put in the rest of your water. Now, that was 1 cup. I think I'm going to put 2 cups of water. Okay, so we got 2 cups of water, and then we're going to put our onion soup mix. We're going to put about, open. I'm just going to dump about half of that in. And mix it up into the liquid. Then we're going to take our browned meat and put it back into the pot. All your juices that come out of the meat in there as well.
Were you able to find it? I think so. You look on YouTube, right?
We got all the meat in there, and then you're going to sprinkle the remainder of your onion soup mix over your meat, and that will season your meat as well as your liquid. Now, take your top, make sure your seal is in there properly, no problems with it coming off. Just put your top on, listen for the sound. Oop, got it backwards. Close it up, make sure your valve is on sealing, and then we're going to put it onto manual for 55 minutes. And then it will start coming up to pressure. Once it comes up to pressure, there'll be some steam that will come out of this little venting hole, but once that pops up to the top, it'll be good. Don't worry if it sputters or you see steam, it will seal up, and then the Instant Pot will start counting the 55 minutes that you put in. Okay, once the 55 minutes is over, I'm going to let it just sit naturally for about 5 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and release the steam. And see you in an hour. Okay, it's done. The pressure's been released. The little silver tab is down. And so let's open it up and see what we've got. Woo! A little steamy there. Let's clear the... There we go. Can you see it now? Oh, it looks delicious. You should smell it. And it's fall apart tender. Okay, let's scoop this out. Let me get a spoon here. So you can get a better look. Look at that. Doesn't it look? Just put a fork in it and it falls apart. Now in a regular oven, this would take about 4 hours at least to get it this fork tender. And in the Instant Pot, it took about an hour. Okay, let me scoop this out and get it on a tray, and I'll be back. Okay, so here's the meat. I left some of it in smaller chunks for tonight. We're going to have that with the broth that was made in the Instant Pot. I'll thicken that up with a cornstarch slurry, which a slurry is just equal parts cornstarch and water. You just need a little bit. Put the Instant Pot on saute and swirl it in there, and it'll thicken up into a gravy, which will be excellent. Serve that with some mashed potatoes or rice or buttered noodles and a vegetable, and we're good. The next, I shredded up the rest of it into 2 sections. Now, granted, there's only 2 of us, sometimes 3 when my oldest or my youngest daughter, the oldest that's at home right now, is eating with us. So these portions may not be big enough for your family, but you can double the amount of meat that I made in the Instant Pot and there'll still be plenty of room. So we're going to make some barbecue pulled pork out of this, and then some taco meat for tacos one night. Okay, let's start with the barbecue pulled pork. I already have my bag, my Ziploc bag labeled and dated barbecued pulled pork, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold, this is a little trick, fold the top of the bag over, and that will keep you from getting any kind of sauces or anything on the outside of your seal. And then, let me get a bowl. I'm just going to place it into the bag, into a bowl to keep it steady. We're going to put some of the meat, shredded pork into the bag. And then you just add barbecue sauce, your favorite barbecue sauce that you like. We prefer Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. If you've never tried this, you need to. It's excellent. And just squirt some of that in, however much you like. I use about a quarter to a half of the bottle. Whoop, sorry about that. Close it up, get the air out, close it up all the way, and then you want to squish this around in the bag, get it all covered with the barbecue sauce, and there you have it. That's one meal. So now we've got 2 meals ready. Just pop this in the freezer. When you want to eat it, pull it out. You can either do it in the morning or the night before, and you can reheat it in a pan or in the microwave. Put it on some bread, some buns, with some coleslaw, maybe some chips on the side, and you're good to go. That's another meal. Now, for the taco meat, got my bag labeled. Gonna do the same thing. Flip the side over. Put in the meat. Whoop. A little mess there, but that's why we have the bag folded. That way when you flip it over, you'll still be able to get a good seal without having it all over the place and having to wipe down the bag. There you go. And to this, I'm going to add some Sazon Goya. Excellent seasoning. Good for any type of Hispanic style meal. Add that in. I'm going to add some sofrito, which is a cooking base. It has green peppers, onions, cilantro, garlic, and olive oil. And you can add this into beans, anything you need a little zip to. It's excellent. Put a couple spoonsful of that in. We'll do some, take the seal off. This is chili powder. You can also just add your own taco seasoning or the packaged seasoning, whichever you'd like. But I didn't have any on hand, so I'm going to zip it up myself with some chili powder, excuse me, and some ground caminos, which is ground cumin. Put that in and to your taste. Close it up some, leave a little opening to get the air out, squeeze the air out, close it up, and then you're going to want to smush all that together. And the same thing with this, you can warm it up in the microwave, you can put it in a pan and warm it up that way, crisp up the meat a little bit, and you're ready. Warm up yourself some tortillas, a little salad on the side, or whatever you like to have with your tacos, rice, some nachos, whatever your family likes, and you're good to go. There you go, another meal. So that's 3 meals. We've got taco meat. We've got barbecue pulled pork. And for tonight's, we have some meat left over that we're going to use with some gravy, probably buttered noodles, and a veggie. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, well, then don't. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you're going to try these meals, and what else you'd like to see cooked in the Instant Pot. And I'll be glad to make a video. Alright guys, check out my other Instant Pot meal that I have made. It's a soup. It tastes wonderful. It's simple to do. I'll leave the link below, and I'll be making more, so I'm going to make a playlist. Hope you come back and see it. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.